Monday motivation, say yes to things that make you smile. Don't worry about being too much. It can be a real superpower. So don't do less, do more. New Day Northwest starts right now.
It's a new day.
Now, from the Virginia Mason Franciscan Health Studio at King 5 in downtown Seattle, this is New Day Northwest.
Hello there and welcome to the show. I'm Kelly Hansen. You know I love a Monday, but weekends are pretty special too. And this Saturday I got to see my friend Shantae, who you might have noticed is away from her morning traffic duties. And that's because she just gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. It was so much fun catching up with her and she feels all of your love. And this weekend I also got to celebrate some friends' birthdays, starting with my friend Lou there. He's had a hard year, so to celebrate this birthday was a real milestone and moment. Love you so much, bud. And I also headed to Kirkland Saturday for my favorite twins' birthday, Anna and Krissa. We met in college in Montana, and somehow they truly have not aged a day. We had some delicious pasta and laughs on the Kirkland waterfront at Rimini. And then it was off to yet another birthday party, this time in Capitol Hill for a brunch at Coco's. There's a location in Seabrook too. If you know, you know. Lots of good food and smiling faces when you are eating this well and around great friends. It really makes for a successful weekend. And now for some other besties, my first guests. We are kicking off the week with a fun challenge. I convinced Jose Cedeno to join me in studio for a friendly competition with our beauty insider, Jody Manis, to lead the way. Jody, take it away. What are we doing?
All right, you guys. So beauty aisles are filled with gadgets that look more like kitchen tools, science experiments, or even a toolbox. But today, you guys, I'm putting you to the test to test your beauty knowledge on a game called Guess This Beauty Gadget. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. I'm going to share with you a product. One of you gets to guess it, and if you don't guess it, the next person gets to steal.
I'm feeling good already.
You feeling good?
Yes, I think I'm going to win this one.
All right, and it's a little touchy-feely, so you can touch it, experiment with it. All right,
Okay.
Jose, you get the first guess. Guess. Here you go.
This is to rub something in your face.
Close. Any more detail about what you'd
Put
wear?
cream on it and rub it.
Yes, you win.
Did
That
I?
is a face
Wow.
Cream moisturizer?
Did you cheat? You can use this as a cleanser.
Did you cheat?
I didn't.
Cleanser, moisturizer. It is a silicone cleaning pad.
Silicone cleaning
Yeah, so you can
pad.
put your cleanser on your face, and then you use this all over your face to scrub and clean and get the dirt out.
So instead of using like a makeup wipe or something
Yep.
like this,
You
would
use
you
something like
recommend this?
I
though?
do, because it doesn't hold bacteria, and there's a lot of things that we use that hold bacteria, and if you're going to clean your face, you want something like this. It also works well to clean your brushes.
That's
So-
why my face looks so good.
You're very.
I use it all the time.
That's
You do,
fantastic.
really?
No, I don't.
And you know what? If you guess it correctly, you get to keep it. So you.
thank you.
Yay!
My favorite
First
color,
prize
too.
is yours.
Yes.
Like a complexion.
All right,
Whoa.
Kelly. The next guess is, and you have, boy, that was fast. All right, next guess. Here.
I'm gonna be embarrassed today.
Look at that.
Beauty gadget number 2. Here you go. What is that used for?
It looks like a vase.
Okay, a vase. It can be. Okay.
No, that's not my answer.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to say anything.
yes,
This
you-
is my
you can't
guess.
steal
Steal yet. You can't steal yet.
I'm gonna say something. Lip plumper.
Oh, did you read?
I did. But it
She read
counts.
the fine print. That's a cheat. That
counts.
She's smart enough to guess,
Thank you.
I guess.
Disqualify her, please.
No,
Okay,
that
she can.
counts.
Would you like to demonstrate how you use
No,
it?
I don't know how to use it. How
Okay,
to
should we use it? Okay.
Yeah. I'll
Close
do it
up,
with
close
you.
up on camera one, because you got to see this. Okay, you squeeze it on your lips. And when you're done, you're supposed to have bigger lips. Are they bigger? No, not at all. Doesn't work. Garbage.
Oh my gosh.
Number 3. Let's go to number 3. That one didn't work.
So this one is not. You don't.
I don't recommend it. No, it's kind of gimmicky, but some people really do
It
swear
looks
by
fun,
it.
though.
It does make your lips bigger, but you just got to
Yeah.
do a lot of this, and it doesn't last very long.
Good for a photo, that's for sure.
I mean, if you want to try it, I just put my lips on that, but you're more than welcome to.
All right,
I don't know if it worked.
gadget number 3. Okay, Jose, back to you. These connect at the bottom, just so that when you see them, they connect down here and makes this. Okay?
Okay.
Would you like to touch it, feel it, to
Yeah.
kind of understand it?
They connect.
They connect at the bottom so that it can go somewhere.
Jody, I thought I was gonna crush this. I thought it was gonna be like
I know.
red light
I had to make it
therapy.
harder.
I
no,
thought
the
it-
question is, what will you use this for?
Exactly, that is the question. Here's a hint. I have used these being on this show before.
Oh,
Not with me.
Yeah,
What?
I
so
know.
where do you hide it?
I learned it from a drag queen, actually.
Drag queen.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting
Okay.
closer by the minute.
I'm gonna let Kelly. I'm gonna let Kelly
No
steal.
idea what
okay,
this is
Kelly,
for.
we're going
Well,
to
just
you for the
guess.
steal.
Say
Yes?
anything.
Okay. To put the 2 ears together.
Like a little
No.
earring.
No? Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking this has maybe something to do with like your eyes to like lift.
Okay, that is very, very accurate, and you are correct. This is called
Really?
a secret lift face lift tape. And
That was a total guess. I'm
Here's
shook
how it
actually
works.
right
You
now.
apply it before you put on any makeup, and you hook it right through here so that it goes around your head. These are little sticky tabs. So before you put on your makeup, you take the sticky tab off,
Yeah.
and it sticks to the side of your face. So you would put it like right here. Then
my
you'd
gosh,
put your
I've never
makeup
seen
on.
And people don't see that.
And then you do it to the other side, and it literally pulls your face like this. And you hide it with your makeup. I mean, this goes around so that your hair hides it. You pull all your hair out.
Oh, and then you cover that clear
and
sticker
you cover
with
it.
makeup.
You put it on before makeup. Yeah. And they thought of everything. This even comes in black, so if you have dark hair and you don't want to have it show, yeah, you put it just like this.
Oh, my
so when you
Lord.
connect it in the back, it pulls this way.
Forget Botox or
I
face
know,
lift or
when you can do
anything. You just
this.
need
Or-
that.
And you can put it up here to pull your eyes back as long as your
Yeah.
hair will cover it. And then you put your makeup on after you apply it, and you can't even see them. I've done it here before on the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So neither one
what
of you
is
get
that
the-
called?
That's called a secret lift face
secret
lift.
lift
Did she get one for free since she guessed it?
I have a whole pack. Yes, I will help you apply it. You're gonna be looking at it. I'm like,
Not that you
"Woo."
need it, Kelly. Not that you need it. No.
Okay, jeez.
Wow, Jose's asking for you already. Okay, Kelly, the next one is for you. This,
Oh no, I think it's Jose. Did
Is
I
it
win
Ho-
that?
no, it's
oh no, you're
Jose.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You're
that's
right.
you.
It's just because I won.
I know. I know you want this one too.
I like the little
Okay.
heart.
I know it is cute. I don't know why. Oh no,
Yeah.
I think this is something. Is this a teeth whitener? No.
How you put
How
that in
would
your
you
mouth?
use that? It could be. Why don't you go ahead and demonstrate how we would do that? I'd like to see how.
Try it on. Try it
I'm
on.
trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. Okay, I was wrong.
Okay.
It has to be fair. I was gonna keep guessing.
Is there a guess in there or?
I don't know. I think like it fits here.
Okay, you're
But
close.
what
yeah?
would you use it for? Let's see.
Okay,
But it's
the people at home are screaming at their TVs
I
right
know.
now.
They're like, what are you? What's that?
no, but I don't know any of these. Do you have a
no,
guess?
I have no idea.
No guess? Okay, I will show you. This is, if you aren't sure how to do your eyebrows, this is an eyebrow stencil. You put it on your eyebrows and you grab your eyebrow pencil and you give yourself
Well,
the
now I
most
see it.
perfect
Now I
brows.
do too, because
Yeah.
at first with the eyes, I was like, well, that wouldn't work.
And it comes
if you're
with different
spraying-
shapes, so you can find the eyebrow shape that works best for you. So if you don't feel like you have good eyebrows, just draw
Is
them
this
in.
something again that you recommend?
I'll tell you what, my sister stayed with me this weekend, and my one sister is grew up in the 80s, so no brows left really. And she's like, help me. I'm like, I don't know how to help you do this. So she did it and drew them on, and they look great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I do recommend
see
this if
that,
you're not
yeah.
sure how to do your
totally
brows.
see
My
this.
mom will
Yeah.
use that for
Okay,
sure.
well, there you go.
Perfect.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Awesome.
Plenty
There
of
you go.
stencils.
I'm keeping my lip plumper. That's about all I
Okay,
have.
now this one, you guys, whoever gets this one gets to keep it, and you're gonna really want this one. Not really, I wouldn't even recommend that you use this. But Jose, it's back to you.
Okay.
Here you go.
I love that you and I are both just
Yeah.
like totally clueless.
Oh,
with
doing
this.
something with like exercise?
Okay. No, not at all. No, but I like where you're going with
This
that.
is a makeup gadget.
I'm
Yes,
gonna go with like
segment.
this. This is gonna pinch you when you go like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, because we're
Little
running out of
hairs out?
time. What is this? Because we're never
He's
gonna
right.
get it.
It's a hair removal.
Ah, I get to keep it.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. I did try it. It's very painful. Would you like to?
No.
No, I didn't think so either. Would you like to have one as a souvenir?
I'm good on all that.
Oh,
and
dang
you know
it.
what's great, y'all?
Oh, it does hurt. It does hurt.
was
Yeah.
tied.
It's tight.
It was
Yeah.
tied.
We did a good job. Thank you so
very
much,
good.
Jill. You know, it was so fun. And thank you, Jose. And coming up, from helping build up retail giants like Nordstrom, REI, and Lululemon to leading teams through the AI boom. Next, we hear from a former tech exec about her new book on leadership, authenticity, and artificial intelligence. And we'll taste our way through the sweetest bakeries in the Chinatown International District. Local foodie Linda Lee is bringing her faves. And don't forget to follow New Day Northwest on Instagram for behind-the-scenes moments and fun bonus content, including my recent visit to Salish Lodge. The lodge is celebrating 110 years, and I got a behind-the-scenes look at the newest waterfall suites. Hello, views for days. Here's a little tour of some of the must-see changes at this iconic spot, just about 30 minutes from Seattle. And if you're looking for a staycation idea this summer, look no further. 110 years of Salish Lodge in Snoqualmie.
Welcome to Salish Lodge and Spa. I'm Alan Stevens, General Manager here. Come on in and enjoy this amazing lobby and lobby lounge.
Let's eat and then let's cruise around the property.
Now you can have outdoor dining year-round, which is something in 110 years we weren't able to do till now, so enjoy.
I'm starving and we're gonna pause the little tour for a little montage of some delicious food that I'm going to enjoy. So if you have not had the incredible brunch at Salish Lodge, do that. They also have incredible grounds here. I'm sitting outside, which for the first time ever, you can sit outside and enjoy and eat up, Buttercup.
But the newest, coolest thing are these amazing new waterfall suites. Come on in.
What? Yes.
And welcome to the biggest bathroom here at the Lodge, your own skylight included. Everyone wants to stay on the edge of a waterfall, and now you can.
She started as a teen computer whiz who went on to help Nordstrom take its sales fully online, and she eventually became Chief Impact Officer for REI and Lululemon. Now Julie Averill is sharing her C-suite secrets in her new book, Chief Impact Officer, and we are so excited to hear more from you, Julie, so thank you so much for coming on New Day.
Thank you for having me, Kelly. I'm excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear all the secrets that you're gonna show us in the book, but also maybe here today. So you became a very respected woman in tech, but you also had a big secret that you were keeping from coworkers. What was it, if you don't mind sharing, and why were you keeping this secret?
Yeah, well, I am gay, which everybody knows now is like no big deal.
Right.
But at the time, it was. My family didn't know. I was also a woman in tech, which caused me to feel, like I had to be different somehow. And so being a gay woman in tech, I felt very out of place. And so I pretended to be someone that I wasn't, or I would say more, I put up masks that I thought was serving me well because it let me be confident during the day. But the reality was that I was showing a smaller version of myself.
What made you say, I want to live my true authentic self and to stop hiding your personal life at work?
Yeah, well, it took a long time to get there. But I actually had someone that I trust and respect a lot say to me, Julie, how are you going to get your team to follow you? Because nobody knows the real you. And that was news to me because I thought I was doing a really good job of creating a version of myself that everyone believed. But the reality was that I just wasn't showing up authentically as myself. It was hard because I thought I had to go down this path of vulnerability, which is a scary word. But what I found is that when I was able to fully show up as myself, stop choosing my words, I stopped pretending that I'm someone that I'm not, I'm able to live more fully, I'm able to build relationships more fully with people and really become the leader that I always wanted to be.
That's incredible. And it's just amazing to live your true self and live in that authenticity. It's really freeing. You helped open Lululemon's India office, I understand, and got a ton of awards for its inclusivity. What were you thinking when you started building that office?
We wanted to make sure that we had a tech hub that could innovate at speed. And we believe that by creating an environment where everyone trusted each other, where people could take risks, where they knew that there was psychological safety to fail, that we would create that environment, and we did. And so tapping into women, where you have a country that 51% of the graduates at that time were women, but only 23% in STEM jobs were women. So we saw that as millions of people who were ready, trained, ready to enter the workforce, but the workforce wasn't inviting them in. So super proud of what we did. I helped scale Lululemon as the Chief Information Officer from 2 billion to 10 billion in a period of 8 years. And that was because I had the ability to build these incredible teams that could innovate at scale.
Wow, incredible. And what has changed so much in the tech industry since you started?
The primary thing is that technology is a strategic enabler now. When I started, it was more, kind of like this back office thing. But now everything that we want to do in business requires technology, and so it's very front and center to to every business that we're in right now. AI, no exception. AI has taken it even that much further, and the companies that are succeeding right now with AI are the ones that really are driven from what do we want our business to do.
And that's what I want to know. Now you are a retail and AI consultant. What are you telling the companies that you advise?
I'm telling them it's huge unlocks, but it's all about taking your company forward. New customers that you can acquire, new ways of reaching new markets. A lot of companies right now, we see a lot of headlines of layoffs, and I don't think that's the right way to lead, right? It's not about the efficiencies. It's about more capabilities that you can do. Maybe efficiencies come as part of that, but with those efficiencies, maybe people can do more. Maybe there's reorganizations, I don't know, but lead with what you're trying to build and what really can become capable, instead of how many people you're going to lose as part of it.
Definitely. And I want to know how you use AI in your personal life. This is very interesting to me.
Oh, I have 7 different agents that run every day. So for example, I have my executive assistant agent that goes through my entire day and gives me a recap every morning. I have my unfinished business agent that goes and manages my, looks through all of my email accounts, looks through my recorded chats, and just like, here's the things that you're working on. I tell it what I've done, and so it like constantly tells me what I need to do.
Oh my
I have a
gosh.
travel agent that says, okay, you've got all this travel coming up. You haven't booked your hotel, or as it did last week, you're going to New York twice instead of coming back from New York. So
a lot to unpack there. You also talk about the AI gold rush in the book, among other things. What do you want people to know about the book?
The book is, I have done a lot of transformations in my life, and I believe that the key to it is people. It's humans. And so AI, a lot of technology, but it's always about what the technology can do for the business, for people. So it's a way of leading through what I've seen, through what I've seen as my personal experiences of becoming the full version of myself, and ultimately leading teams that can innovate really, really quickly because they trust each other. And I think in this age of AI, where we're so focused on the technology, it's those companies that focus on the humans that are truly going to win.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here. So insightful. It was an honor meeting you. So fun.
Thank you so much.
And you can hear more from Julie tonight at Elliott Bay Book Company as she launches her new book. And her book talk and signing starts at 7 p.m. And lots more New Day to come. Up next, we meet an artist who's using his talent to preserve vanishing landscapes around us. Stay tuned. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes talent at both New Day and Evening, and recently evening photographer Diane Torrey received 2 Northwest Emmys. One of her award-winning stories is about a painter preserving vanishing places with his brush. Take a look.
As soon as I get my pack on and I close my tailgate of my truck and my feet hit the pavement or the trail, that's when it kind of starts for me. All the other things I have going on in my life slowly start to compartmentalize and go to the back of my mind. And I'm able to start then to focus on the painting and then being present where I'm at. And it's almost like I can take a vacation from everything else and I disappear and can get lost in my practice. My name is Corey Elder, and I am a landscape painter. I am also a carpenter by trade and a handyman. Why I love doing this, I feel this connection to this group of people that through the centuries that have been inspired to go out and paint in the landscape. And I get to be part of that arc of that conversation and the history of that. Elephant's head flowers, pretty little wildflowers along the banks here in the rocky soil. Ever since I was younger, I always felt like time was slipping away, and I just want this to not disappear, and if it is going to, I want to be able to share it with other people.
Looking good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I wish I had that talent.
I genuinely do enjoy the interaction.
It's just really stunning. I love the different greens, and yeah, it's really pretty.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, no,
that's beautiful.
It means a lot to me. You don't really know why, you just know that something is speaking to you. Where the farthest rock face meets this tree line, so some of these earthy tones. This is the most inspiring and beautiful thing to me, so I want to do it justice. How am I going to make sure this painting doesn't read quick, you know, like a flash? Your eye jumps in and out. You want to try to entice somebody to stay longer and dabble in looking in throughout the painting. This is brighter, this is lighter, this is darker, that's more yellow, this is nice and cool. Ooh, I need to capture how the water's doing that. And so it's actually quite loud inside of me. I paint plein air, that's how I start all my paintings, out in the field. But then I always finish up my paintings in the studio.
So far I've put 87.5 hours into the painting and plan on putting at least another 15 more. It's important to me to act as a historian for the landscape, because if nobody does that, then we might not have record of what it looked like now. The glaciers that exist here where I painted, they're disappearing and they won't come back. And when that fresh water disappears, that cool water disappears, this entire valley changes. The fish that the fisherman is fishing for won't be able to stay cool enough. It's all going to rapidly change.
It's a beautiful world out there, and I have to paint it beautifully.
Wow, what a stunning story shot in the Mount Baker area. And congrats again to Diane on her Emmy wins. Well deserved. And now, how about a little sweetness to get you through the rest of the day? When we come back, foodie Linda Lee is here to share her top bakeries in the International District.
It's a new day.
Welcome back. Seattle is buzzing ahead of the World Cup games happening here next week, and lots of groups around here are getting in on the excitement, including the agency that's working hard to get people to the games. Producer Joseph is here with me with something new from ORCA, which is the regional card for all. What is that new card you have there? That's stunning.
Okay, so the ORCA card, that's how you pay to get on transit here. This is the C26 card, and you know, it's kind of hard to see because it's small here, but it's got a native design on it, beautiful native design by clean kit artist Allison Bremner, and it's sort of, you know, soccer themed. So if you are able to get one of these, there's only 27,000 that were made, which maybe sounds like a lot, but there's a lot of transit enthusiasts in this region. You'll go to the Games in Style, I think.
Ooh, yes, and where can you get them? Because we posted a little preview of this on New Day's Instagram, and we got a lot of questions. Where can I get my hands on that?
Yeah, so they said that the King County Metro sales office is on Jackson, but there's limited quantities. So I think if I were trying to hunt one of these down, I would just keep an eye on ORCA's Instagram page, because I feel like they're probably going to be like teasing like, oh, there's a pop-up, get them here, or like this ticket vending machine will have it. And then as far as what you have there, I have no idea how you get one of those, but we were lucky enough to get one of those.
Look at this. This is Boop, the plushie. So adorable. He has little soccer themed little guys there. So cool ahead of World Cup. And exactly, everyone was wondering how they get their hand on the plushie Boop. And he's named Boop because of the sound that it makes when you scan your ORCA card. Very cool. I have to say, he's pretty adorable. This might be a collector's item. So
for sure.
We'll have to hold on to that too. I also was really proud of myself, Joseph, thanks to you. I had my first trip to the airport using the link, and it went really well.
You and I went on Google Maps, looked to see where the entrance was. Not stressful, right?
No, and that was the biggest thing, is until you do it, you're thinking, oh, should I just take an Uber? Is it going to be a whole thing getting there? And thank you so much. You just showed me on Google Maps, like, this is what you're gonna see. You're just gonna scan. And I just followed everybody else, honestly, that had luggage going to the airport. So calm, just, you know, play on your phone, relax, don't have to worry about driving. It's not expensive like an Uber.
So much easier, cheaper.
So much easier, like a few bucks instead of like the $100 that I was spending. So thank you. Now I think I'm just gonna be cruising on there all the time. So maybe
go get your card.
You can see me and I'll get that card. Thank you, thank you. And now to sweets. Yum. Seattle's sweet scene is full of flavor, and today we're exploring some of the standout Asian-owned bakeries in the Chinatown International District. Local food and lifestyle creator Linda Lee is here to bring us the delicious bites, but also the stories behind these beloved neighborhood businesses. Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for having me first and foremost.
Oh, absolutely. You might not know, but I have a huge sweet tooth. So when I heard that you were going to discuss bakeries and some places that I've actually never heard of, I was very excited. So I feel like we have to start over here. Where are we starting first?
Yeah, so this is Hanoi Bake Shop, and so they just opened last month during Memorial Day weekend. You know, Vince, the owner, he wanted to create a space that, you know, highlights local Asian American businesses and local makers. And so his signature cookies highlight, you know, nostalgia, memory, and identity when it comes to his Vietnamese American background.
Wow. Okay, and so it just opened, pretty new to the area then. Exciting. What has been your favorite thing, most popular thing to try? What do you love about it?
Yeah, so I really like his cookies, but you can't go wrong with, you know, any of the other local bakers. I'll have you try the fried banana cookie.
Fried banana?
Yeah.
So the flavors are not just like a traditional chocolate chip. You're getting different things going on here.
No, this is something that, you know, I grew up eating. It's a take on the fried banana. So it's like a very like real authentic banana flavor with like some sesame seeds for crunch.
This is amazing. You can really, it's so fresh. The banana is incredible. It tastes, but obviously with that like sugar and sweetness, I'm gonna keep eating this. What other like flavors of the cookies are popular there?
Yeah, so other popular flavors are like Thai tea persimmon. We got your Vietnamese coffee, and then also a, you know, black sesame red bean.
Interesting.
As well, so pays homage to, you know, our flavors we grew up with.
Definitely. And then what is this? That is so vibrant.
Yeah, so it's a pandan bread, and so it's from another local maker. And so what's nice about this shop is that they rotate artists, you know, every so often, just to, you know, showcase what we have here in the Pacific Northwest.
Wow, amazing. Okay, I feel like I have to move on, but I kind of want to just keep trying all the food. But
Munch
maybe
a little bit of everything.
We'll come back because I see cheesecake. So what's next?
So this is Hood famous, and so this is, you know, very popular already. They're known for their cheesecakes. They opened a shop in 2019 in the Chinatown International District, and so the popular flavor is ube, but my favorite is actually the white chocolate guava. And so it's like rich and decadent, but also that guava like kind of cuts through the richness.
Ooh.
So you gotta
I know,
try.
and I'm looking at the photos too of that cafe. It's just such a vibe in there too. Okay, so this one is the guava.
Yes.
This one is ube. What else do we have here? I'm diving into the guava. Sorry, as I ruined this beautiful presentation.
Yeah, so this is the Vietnamese coffee, and then this is the buco.
Whoa. Wow.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
That is so fresh on a hot summer day. Having like a guava cheesecake like that, really rocking my world. Okay, and then I have to try the ube.
The classic ube.
What do you love about Hood Famous? I'm seeing this all over Instagram and social media.
So what I love about it is that, you know, obviously the cheesecakes, they're like one of my favorite desserts, but also just, you know, the space that they create. It's for people to gather. You can grab a drink or a sweet treat and, you know, just, you know, just
walk
vibe
around
with
and
people.
Enjoy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Ube, as always, delicious, delicious. I see more baked goods. What are you bringing me here, and what are we gonna taste?
Yeah, so next is Fuji Bakery, and so this is a Japanese bakery, and so they use French baking techniques, but with Asian flavors.
Wow.
So you got your, you know, s'mores croissant, you got like a beef curry pastry for those who are not into sweets, And then the most famous that they're known for is like their malasadas.
Ooh.
And so,
are you gonna do a little break
Yes.
and reveal a little content creation here?
of
Okay,
course,
show us.
so this is like the influencer breaking, the food just to show what's on the inside.
Oh, ube! Wow.
You got to get the goods in.
Look at that, mouth-watering. Fuji also has a location kind of in like Inner Bay area too,
Yeah, like
right?
Elliott.
Yeah, on Elliott as well.
Yeah.
What do you love about just walking in International District and supporting all of these local businesses as I dive in and try some things?
I think the CID is just so unique in that you can find different, bakeries or restaurants and like just, have variety. So you can find a Chinese bakery, a Korean bakery, Filipino bakery, and, it's just a whole like melting pot. I'd say.
Definitely. And you grew up in the area too of like, you're born and raised, not a transplant, Renton, right?
Yep. Born and raised in Renton.
Same. Kirkland, shout out to you.
Yeah.
We're moving to more baked goods. Our last one, what do we have here? Yummy House Bakery?
Yeah, so Yummy House Bakery, they've been serving us for decades, like since 1998. And so this is like your classic Hong Kong style pastries, sweet and savory. You got, it's very nostalgic, comforting, and very affordable.
Ooh, okay. So one of your favorite things about this is a certain item, right?
Yes, so this is the coconut bun. And so I'm going to do the break.
Please, do the honors again.
So we're going
Is
to
it
break
filled
it
with
in.
some-
So it's filled with like a sweet like coconut.
Oh, okay. I see that. Yum.
Yeah.
I've never tried anything like that. And then is this like a hot dog in that too?
It is. So it's perfect for like, a quick breakfast or a quick snack on the go. And they also are known for their sponge cakes, which is a base that they use for their cakes that they make. And people love to order it for like, special occasions.
Wow. Walking around and being able to eat something too is so great. Linda, thank you so much for being here. So many fun ideas. And now I know where to go when I need a fix, with my sweet tooth.
Yeah,
thank you. And coming up, we discuss the changing job market with a brand new class of graduates, the smart moves that can help them get started right after this. It's graduation season, and the class of 2026 is entering a job market that looks very different from even a few years ago. Megan Slabinski from Robert Half is here to explain the landscape that new grads are walking into, and she has practical advice for those stepping into the workplace. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Looking so summery. We love it.
Doing our best, yes.
Okay, I want to talk about AI. This is everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. Is this making it harder for new graduates and just early professionals to land a job?
AI is changing the expectations around early career professionals, but it's not actually reducing the amount of opportunity that's available to recent grads or early career professionals. What we're finding is employers expect new grads to demonstrate an understanding of how to use AI tools in the workplace. But also about 4 out of 10 caution, don't overuse AI to match your skills to a job posting because you're going to end up in an opportunity that's not the right skills match long term for you.
That makes perfect sense. Everyone's using it all the time to like freshen up this resume or email, and it's great, but it's like, are we still using and understanding the tools to set ourselves up for success, would you say?
Absolutely. And are you matching and looking like a resume that everyone else is presenting as well? If you're all using the same tools to match your skill set, it's hard to differentiate yourself.
That makes sense. Just do it yourself then and use it as a tool.
Yes.
That's my advice, my unsolicited advice. What actually helps early career professionals then stand out?
It's interesting. The Fed Bank just released a survey saying it's not AI, but it's actually been the increase in remote work since the pandemic that's more negatively impacting early career professionals. There's less opportunity for mentorship, so employers are hesitant to hire early career professionals. So number one is be open to on-site opportunities. And most people kind of tend to prefer that remote or hybrid work, but really lean into on-site roles. Also, demonstrating the standard, classic, important soft skills: time management, punctuality, professional dress, communication and responsiveness really differentiate, especially in the age of AI and technology.
Makes sense. Maybe even writing a handwritten thank you card could go a long way. You know, that's what people used to tell me back in the day when I would go
It's still
to an
valid,
interview.
Kelly. It's
okay,
important.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm still cool. Are employers still willing to train and mentor? Because you mentioned this is harder when there's the remote opportunities, but do you see that a lot of professionals still want to do that and have that contact?
They are. Employers are willing to mentor. Sometimes it's more casual, and that's where that in-office component can come into play of really leaning into feedback or observing what other professionals around you are doing that have a little bit more work experience. But employers can help recent grads by having a more formal approach to mentorship and learning on the job to coach up that level of experience that you're looking for if there is any kind of skills gap or just professional work experience.
Makes sense. And everybody wanted somebody to give them an opportunity, say yes. We've all been there. So I guess if you have the opportunity to mentor and take the time, definitely
pay it forward.
Do that. Yes. Exactly. What mistakes can early career job seekers make out of the gate?
I think not thinking about how this first opportunity is going to launch their career trajectory long term. They look at it more as a stepping stone rather than a foundational brick in their long-term career. Most of us are going to work for 40 years, so thinking about a role for the skills that you're going to gain, the network that you're going to get access to. Also seeking out that professional mentorship or coaching and showing a willingness to take advice and seek it out and then apply it to your own performance, I think is really important, as well as the soft skills development that we mentioned.
Yeah, and what practical advice would you give anyone entering the job market? Because I keep hearing from a lot of friends who are out of work, the job market is tough right now.
It is. It's nuanced, right? It's very nuanced. So to the class of 2026, I would say really think about working for more small to medium-sized companies where maybe the impact of AI and technology hasn't been felt as powerful as larger companies. But also thinking about contract or internships. A lot of employers will hire from that contract project-based pool after they've seen your work performance or seen you in the work culture environment. So don't rule out those opportunities as a way to get your foot in the door and get your career journey going.
Definitely. Would you recommend too, because back in the day, again, it used to be okay to call and ask for even an informational interview and just get your foot in the door. So
absolutely. Think about where you want to go in your career and seek out people, offer to buy them a cup of coffee or meet for 15 minutes. It's a low stakes, no pressure, and most people, again, remember what it felt like to be an early career professional and want somebody to give you some information that will be helpful.
Definitely. And how do you think AI just in general is going to impact jobs? Do you think some will be eliminated?
It's really hard to tell, right? And it's definitely a dynamic shifting landscape. But right now, based off of the data we've seen and the research, more than half of hiring managers anticipate AI will actually create and generate more opportunities versus less than 20% say they think it's going to eliminate jobs overall. So that's good news for now. It's a dynamic landscape, but really AI is about supplementing and supporting automation. It's not about eliminating professions. You think about accounting and finance and spreadsheets or payroll software. It didn't eliminate those jobs. It shifted priorities and you were more strategic or analytic than you were just data entry driven.
Makes sense. Megan, thank you so much for your time as
welcome.
always.
Thank you.
And when we come back, I get to mix up a few FIFA-inspired cocktails. So if a World Cup party is in the plans, stay tuned. We're making drinks for Team Australia and Team USA after this.
It's a new day.
The countdown to the World Cup is on. The first match here in Seattle is 1 week from today. And then on the 19th, it's USA versus Australia. So we're getting the party started early with FIFA-inspired cocktails. Acclaimed cocktail author Nick Mautone is here to make a few drinks. Oh my gosh, Nick, this is a spread. It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. When did you start thinking, I need to get inspired with FIFA? how do I come up with things?
As soon as I realized that tickets were going on sale, and I want to go to a couple of matches, so here we go.
Definitely. How do you get inspired? Like this first cocktail is USA, right? We're gonna do, but
Okay.
how'd you get inspired?
So this one is called Red, White, and Blueberry, and I'll confess, I made this a couple of years ago in honor of 4th of July, and it's just the perfect Americana drink, a little colors of the American flag, and it's delicious and easy to make. So it's perfect for summer, perfect refreshing, perfect sessionable cocktail for a long soccer match. So.
Ooh, okay, well then I'm in. How do we get started, my friend?
So as you can see, I started here. I've got some raspberries with some ice. And now I'm going to layer in some blueberries.
This is perfect for obviously right now hosting a party, but then
Exactly.
4th of July,
Right.
or just in general, it looks so like springy and summery.
Yeah.
So
And
drink
so
it on your porch.
Exactly. So we're going to put a little more ice, and then we're going to put now some red, using some Rainier cherries. There's no white berries in the world that I'm aware of, so I use either golden raspberries or Rainier cherries or melon balls or something.
You can't go wrong with
can't go wrong.
Rainier cherries
Can't
right
go wrong with
now in the
Rainier cherries.
Pacific Northwest.
They're beautiful. So now we're going to take a little bit of vodka. This is Ula vodka, a local from Seattle. So we're just going to pour a measure over that. It's one of my favorites. They really do a great job.
What do you like about it?
It's clean, it's refreshing, and it's got a nice mouthfeel. It's almost got like a buttery mouthfeel to me. And so I like that.
Well,
And
I can't wait to try it.
It's not as
Okay.
sharp as other vodkas.
What is this?
Now, this is Saint Germain. This is an elderflower liqueur. It's one of my
Yes, it is.
favorite cordials to work with.
Is this what they always put in Hugo's? When
Yes.
You're in, okay, yes,
Okay.
yum.
Now I'm adding a little bit of basically limeade. You can use lemonade. You can use almost anything you want. This would be the base if you were doing a mocktail as well. You could leave out the spirits, put a couple of dashes of bitters, lots of the limeade or lemonade, layer it with the fruit.
It's nice to have options too for mocktails for people that want that as well.
Yes.
And not making it overly sweet too.
Sorry about that.
No,
So-
it's good. It's a party. Okay, what's this?
All right, so just a little seltzer on top. It makes the drink a little bit lighter, a little bit more refreshing. And then lastly, I just happen to like these mint bitters.
I've never seen these mint bitters.
Yeah, this is from Fee Brothers in New York State, from outside of Buffalo.
Oh.
And they just do such a great job and just make such a perfect set of bitters. And it just gives a little
Wow.
zip to the drink.
It is a party now, my friend. Cheers.
Cheers.
And look at the garnish. What did you put all on that garnish while I taste?
So, in honor of red, white, and blueberry, it's a raspberry, a Rainier cherry, and a blueberry. So just like the American flag, red, white, and blue.
So cute, so fresh. You're right, the vodka is buttery. I get what you're saying. Look at the inside of that glass. That is a party in a glass, my friends.
And
So
now
fun.
My other trick, if you people can do it, is you freeze the berries individually. So when you put them in the drink, you get really, really cold. By the time you finish the drink, they're nice and soft and ready to go. So.
Oh my gosh, done and done. Okay, now we're moving. We want USA obviously to win, but Australia is
Yep.
here. You have a mixed drink for this.
And Australia has a lot of exotic stuff going on. So what I have in the shaker here is some, these are actually key limes. They look a little almost gnarly,
so
but that's what
little.
they're little, they're kind of yellow, and they're similar to Davidson limes that they have in Australia that are very tart, very acidic in a good way. So I'm kind of using key limes as a substitute. I have some persimmons that are grown in Australia. And we're just going to muddle that down. I'm going to put a little bit of plum bitters.
Plum.
Sorry, so this is another one. I'll reason for the plum. This is also Fee Brothers from New York. So this is great. So we're just going to give this a quick little muddle. Doesn't have to be much, just enough to extract some of the juice and some of the pulp.
Yeah, that was
Great.
easy enough.
Yep. Sorry. Let's start with a measure of. Now this is Shiraz infused gin from Australia. Shiraz is the most prominent red grape used in red wine in Australia. It's really great. So this gin is bracing and strong, but it has a little bit of a fruity sweetness to it from the Shiraz. Now we're going to add some plum liqueur.
Okay, plum is the theme here. I'm
Plum is
digging.
the
I don't
theme.
think I've ever had a plum
Yep.
cocktail, so
There
this will be a
are,
first.
I think it's Kataku plums in Australia that are renowned for being the most nutritious plum on the planet, highest vitamin C of all fruits. So some sort of interesting tidbits there. So I thought I'd honor the plum from Australia.
Absolutely. My brother's in Australia right now with his fiance, so they're watching,
great.
streaming.
There
there you go.
All right, so now we just put some ice in the glass.
Shake it up.
Shake it up.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
And then we have our glasses with ice. Make sure it's filled with ice.
Make sure it's filled with ice. Now we're just going to top this like this.
Oh, the color on that. Exactly what I would think. The plum color. Very
the plum
pretty.
color. It's very pretty.
All right. This is not filling it up, so I imagine there's
Yeah.
more to the drink,
There's
Nick.
more to the drink. Okay. We're going to top again with a little bit of the lime juice, limeade, and you can use lemonade or something along those lines as well. This gives
Okay.
it a little bit more
A little
acidity.
zest.
Right. And it keeps it lighter and fresh.
You want this? So, is
Yes,
this
please.
a tonic water?
Tonic water. Exactly.
Okay. Pour this in. Tell me when.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just fill
I
it all
guess
the way
just
up.
to the fill it
As
fill
much
it
as
to
you
the top.
can,
A
yeah.
little bubbles.
And what I have here are these
Cute.
little dragon fruit melon balls.
Oh, those are
that
fun.
look like soccer balls. Oops.
They really do.
All right. And the Australian. Come on, buddy. Oop, here you go.
Oh.
And they look.
Well, I tried
All right, we're gonna
this
get one
too.
in there. There you go. So-
What are your tips going to the game? Because you're going to be there.
Yes.
Cheers.
Well, I am an unabashed fan of public transportation, so I'm taking the light rail. I live on Mercer Island, so we're taking the light rail from Mercer Island to Lumen Field. 2 stops, half-a-mile walk. Couldn't be more perfect.
Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
my
being
pleasure.
here. So fun, so delicious, and thanks for spending time with us today. For more New Day fun, subscribe on YouTube and be sure to download King 5 Plus for free. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.